for the best sports in Lorain. That's TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good evening and welcome to Lorain High School. Merry Christmas to all. Jay Ferguson, Bob Raskich, Joe Bach here for the LEL contest between the gentlemen of Lorain High School, 5-0 on the young season, and the Shaw Cardinals. Bob, happy holidays and good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jay. Certainly tonight. When you're playing Shaw, you have to get back on defense. They're going to always look to push the ball up the floor, and they're going to be a little bit hectic and a little bit wild and crazy, and you can't allow yourself to be, lower to that level of play.
No lead is safe against Shaw for either team. You're never out of it, and it's never put away. For the Titans, starting out at center, number 2, Tate Pierre-Louis, 6'5" and a senior. Number 1, Jordan Jackson, the junior, right there with the ball. Deontay Benigin, a junior, in the corner, looks at it, passes it out. Also on the floor, number 11, Cam Davis, a senior, and number 3, All-Ohio point guard Devon Grant. It looks like he's getting some special attention again. Maybe a face guard is what it looks like. He sets a screen for Pierre-Louis. Louis backs in, nope, and will go the other way. We've seen this before, Bob. Bedford held him to 36 doing this. And he didn't score in the first quarter. That's because Benigin had 10. Benigin with the first rebound for the Titans. Shaw starts with 1, Tommy Bibb, 2, Bernard Manuel, 3, Ramon Hassan, 11, Randy Harris, and 12, Jerome Polk. Jordan Jackson fires away long, back rims it, and Harris has the board. We've played a minute without a basket.
Much better ball movement by Lorain High.
Yep.
Jay, if I had anything to say about Lorain High, from what I've watched this year, the ball had a tendency to stick too much, and they needed to play on both sides of the floor. Well, reverse the basketball, get it moving, run an offense. And tonight, just in 2 possessions, it looks like they are. Nice out of bounds play.
Very nice. They cleared and whistle. Be interesting to see which way. He looked at the Shaw player, but Pierre-Louis is the one that
was Randy
stumbled
Harris.
In.
That's a nice little play. Randy Harris is 6'4". They cleared away all the help.
Yep. Get it up top to Manuel. But we were talking earlier, Lorain is so talented that they're going to have to manufacture half-court situations to practice it. Because when it comes down to the big games,
you'll have to play half-court basketball, because up until this point in time, they've been playing between the 2 circles.
Right.
They really have.
Jordan Jackson. This is Benigin, double screen for Grant, comes off it, and they went around it. Go down low to Pierre-Louis. Blocked.
Wow.
A little back and forth taunting action there, as Hassan was pretty proud of the block, and Pierre-Louis said something on the order of, you ain't seen anything yet. Grant into the lane, up over 3, going to go to the line for a couple of throws.
Well, Jay, Shaw's broken down pretty well defensively.
Yes.
They pick up quickly, they get back quickly, and everybody's broken down in a nice stance. The help side position is decent.
It's early.
It's not going to be easy.
Right. And they're very athletic. But that's the LEL in a nutshell. They saw it. Titans had perhaps their sternest test Tuesday against Lutheran East.
Yeah, I was here for that. Yes, that was a very good basketball game. Jay, they did not have a freshman team tonight, and there wasn't a freshman game. As I was expecting a lot of their freshmen to be on the JV roster. I didn't see any.
It was not about anything. They do have a freshman team, and they're going to play the game at a later date.
Oh, okay.
Jackson with a couple of big defensive stops, and Pierre-Louis. Benigin,
nice.
Layup in. Deontay's got 2, and it's 4-0 Lorain.
Yeah,
that's why you have to hold people in the lobby until the whistle. That's 2 on Pierre-Louis. Early foul trouble again for him. We almost had injuries there because of the pedestrian traffic.
Now, Jay, they do have a freshman team?
They do have a freshman team, and they will play it at a later date.
I got you.
Shaw runs their little high post look. Nice cut and give and go there. Grant knocks it away. Bennigan's going to get the chippy over the front of the rim. He thought about it.
It's a way to look up the floor by Cam.
Yep, Cam Davis with the nice assist. Centering the ball now. Shaw. Pierre Lewis does not want to get a third.
Reach.
There's a turnaround set shot for Harris, and it's 6-2, Lorain. Grant pulls. Splash.
Yeah. Yep. Full court pressure by Lorain High.
Yeah.
Kind of backed off a little bit on this position.
Well, you got to be careful with Pierre Lewis out there with 2 fouls in 3 minutes.
Wow.
And again, Harris with the set shot. 9-4. Jackson will bring it up. They pick up Grant in the backcourt that time.
Good crossover.
Boom!
Wow. Nice crossover.
That was for the kid that wagged the finger in his face on the first shot.
Lorain High ball.
That was for you, Mr. Polk. If you just joined us, first shot for Pierre Lewis, somebody got a hand on it and kind of wagged a hand in his face. And Tate just kind of nodded, and message sent, message received. Bennigan, as they weave it. Grant, that's one way to get Grant involved. 18-footer gets knocked to the ground, no. And out comes Shaw with it. Davis was back. Three ball that time, no, off the front of the rim, hits the C in school, out of bounds.
Jay, that little weave, most teams switch that.
Yeah.
And what that little wrinkle does in your offense, and we've got the players to do it, if they don't switch it well, you can turn the corner.
Oh, exactly. And you know how everything old is new again. I mean, that's the offense I ran in 7th grade.
Our offense in 7th grade was 5-man weave.
Oh, you were more complex than we were. We didn't go to that. Pierre Lewis had the pass tip, trying to go high-low.
We went from that to high post scissors.
Oh.
How's that for dating myself?
Grant, look for Grant, and then throw it behind Whitehead. Whitehead in early, giving Cam Davis a break. Cam had cramped up in the last game. Pierre Lewis went to the hoop and got whacked in the act.
Lewis really crosses over and uses his left hand very well.
Yeah, you'd think he was left-handed.
Yep.
The way he goes to the hoop. We had a guy a few years ago by the name of Jaleel Little that was very similar. He was a right-handed player that wants to go left, wants to go left, wants to go left.
And Pierre's shot has improved, much improved shot from last year.
This is all about concentration right here. He's had some good nights and some bad nights from the foul line.
But the mechanics look so much better.
Yes.
I couldn't find a flaw in those two attempts.
He had a 1 for 7. Contact, no foul either way. Second shot up, third shot up, no. Bennigan starts the 4-on-2. Deontay pulls up, sends it to Whitehead in the corner. Didn't get enough on it, and we'll start over. Pierre Lewis fakes. Just whistle travel.
Yeah.
Do your job, 1 of 5. Davis back for Lorain. And Jordan Jackson. There was some concern at the end of last game when Davis went to the bench that, we were thinking it's an ankle, it's something like that. And
I thought it was a cramp.
Mom told me it was a cramp. Yeah. I've been feeding him bananas and water for 3 days.
There you go.
13-4, Lorain with 3:35 to go in the first. This is Jerome Polk against Bennigan, and Bennigan will work you.
Bennigan plays some really good head-on-the-basketball defense. He really does.
There's an innocuous call there. Devon Grant gets called for the meaningless hand check, I guess. Don't set a standard you can't follow is what I would say on that call.
But Bennigan, you're right. He really works you over.
Yeah, he's got great lateral quickness.
He's on the ball right now.
And he's got a bad toe. And that's why you don't want that foul. Because
look out.
Hassan got the basket, and then Baker Mayfield overthrew somebody, and it should go back to the other end. Yeah, I know that. It was not touched, except by Titus.
one of the officials says it was touched. I didn't see anybody.
Well, Jeff Toth is the one that's got the ball and said it was touched. Now they're going. Never mind. We'll go to the other end. One of the Shaw players walks off with a trainer. I'm not sure what that is. Ramon Hassan just scored the last basket. Just went to the locker room. 13-6, 3:15 to go, first quarter. Kind of a slow start for both teams. But you look and you see Lorain's got 13. And there's a 2 for Bernard Manuel. This is Davis in the corner. Back to Benningen. Whitehead. Tate is going to take the 3. Nice rotation, but no. Grant. Wrong-footed layup.
Nice.
No. Coach Rossitano's a lot more trusting than I am. Pierre Lewis can't play non-aggressive basketball. You know that?
Well, you're talking about leaving him out there with two fouls. Well, he's being subbed for right now by Jackson. But, yeah, you know.
I mean, especially you got a guy on the bench that Aiden Brown got 17 rebounds in his first home game. There's that same inbounds play down low. Turnaround up and good by Clavion Sanders. And it's 13-10. Shaw with a little bit of a run here. 6 in a row. Benningen. Jackson.
Yeah, good call.
And it was an easy call. He lifts the knee. That's almost become cliche, that move, rather than the jump stop pull-up. Everybody wants that Dirk Nowitzki wrong-footed layup.
Yeah. Well, it's good when you're not taking the basketball one dribble too far.
Right.
It's fine.
Right. And we've gotten called for at least one of those in all of the games I've seen this year. I guess that's where my frustration is.
Wow, 13-12, Jay.
That's 8 in a row for Shaw. Grant, too long. Grant tips it to Davis, who brings it out. Brings it back. Skips it to Benningen. Set shot, no. And Shaw's got to run out if they didn't hurry. 17-footer, no, that was for the lead. Cam Davis runs it down. Lorain has not scored since the 3 by Devon Grant, which is about 10 possessions ago. Jackson to Grant on a cut, knocked away from him as he tried to Euro step in traffic. Grant goes to the ground.
Possession to Shaw.
You know, I watched Duke last night play against Texas Tech, which was an amazing basketball game. But Zion Cross, who's everybody's consensus #1 player in the country, every time I've seen him, he's going right and going to come back and spin left, and it's so well scouted now that he picks up a charge. He fouled out on that move last night with about 6 or 7 minutes left. And, teams are ready for the unusual now with these moves and with, internet and video scouting. Whistle, travel. Aiden Brown, 23 defensively there on Harris. Minute 20 to go, 13-12. Lorain in bad need of a hoop.
Jay, I don't think we've run through the progression of an offense yet. It's been one pass.
And we've done some settling.
And the ball stops, and somebody tries to, attack a set defense. I'd like to see us pass the ball 5 or 6 times and see what we get.
I'm not sure what the referee was counting there. It just has to be thrown in. Doesn't have to be touched. Whitehead corner, Davis. No. I bet that's the 5th different player to shoot a 3 this quarter. And Davis knocks it away and saves it. What a play. Jackson comes back with it under a minute. Pulls up at the foul line, gets blocked.
Yeah.
Now we're going to call a touch and we're going to get overruled here. That shot was blocked.
I just think we're rushing to shoot it.
Well, yeah, it's settling for jump shots.
Yeah. Let's make them play
Aiden
defense.
Brown's the only player. Well, I don't think Whitehead has attempted one, but we've played 7, and 5 of them have, taken threes. We should be getting better shots, and this is what we were talking about playing offense in the half court. Nice curl cut by Whitehead, but then he brings it back out to the foul line and back. Jackson, 36 seconds to go. Jackson's going to shoot a 3 off the dribble. Around no. Aiden Brown lost the rebound out of bounds.
Ball. They've got an opportunity with 30 seconds left in the quarter to take the lead.
37 seconds left and hoisting a 3. I don't know if that's the one you want there, especially because they're not falling. The Titans are 1 for the first quarter, and it's probably 1 for 10. Set shot from 10, and Shaw's going to have the lead. Randy Harris.
Wow, 20
seconds to go. It's 14-13 Shaw. 10-point run to end the quarter right now. Grant will hold it. Now you got to be careful here. He doesn't get one. Jackson with 10 seconds to go. Should start going. Grant challenged on the catch.
Lackadaisical with the ball.
Whitehead made a play and stopped the layup, but
well, they're going to the line.
From behind the play, the call is made, and it was probably the right call. And you know what?
1.5 seconds left.
14-13 Shaw. Shaw go to the line for 2 throws. Their first 2 as a team. Don't think anybody saw this coming yet, Bob, but this...
No, and don't look now. I mean, we have 5 fouls going into the second quarter.
Right. The other piece of this is that we always talk about out of routine and things like that. It's final exam half days for the last 2 days at Lorain High, so out of routine. Of course,
wow.
Got a couple coming up next week on vacation. Jackson, 1 dribble, runner, no. And we've played 1. Shaw, 16. Lorain, 13. Back with more after this.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dontre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Back here at Lorain for the start of the second quarter. Shaw on top in the middle right now of a 12-0 run. Lorain came out pretty quick, opened up a 13-4 lead on a Day-Day Grant 3-pointer with about 4.5 minutes left, and they haven't scored since. Shaw takes the next 12.
No.
Bob?
Jay, we have to run an offense, get better shots. I mean, I don't think we've made them really play defense on one possession up to this point.
Benedict inbounds it to Grant, and Shaw in the zone. A little bit of discussion. It's supposed to be a 1-3-1 now that they're situated. Cam Davis up top to Benedict. Another bad pass, bad catch, and a layup.
Nice Euro step.
Bernard Manuel with 6. That pass was to the Sox.
Well, let's see what we do. I haven't seen us play against the zone yet.
We've shredded the zones. But you got to shoot the ball. And that means you got to get your shooter shots. And there's one in the corner, and there's another one on the wing. Splash.
Yeah. Get back on defense, fellas.
Cam Davis being Cam Davis. They called him for a travel. He was behind the camera for me, but it must have been a hop, huh? 18-16, Shaw. That breaks about a 5-minute drought between the 2 3-pointers from Grant, who has 8. Interesting.
See, they're standing now on offense.
Yeah, now, timeout, Shaw.
Yep. And I will bet that timeout is going to be all about moving the basketball on offense for Shaw.
Too much dribble.
They're standing.
Makes it easy to play. So we've played 1 minute of the second quarter. It's 18-16, Bob. Tonight's a special night here at Lorain because it's Admiral King Basketball Alumni Night. And there was a list of about 50 ladies and gentlemen who played basketball at Admiral King from 1961 till it closed in 2000.
Athletic director Brian Corey told me he had 72 responses.
Was it that many? Okay,
yep.
72. And some were just responses that he knew weren't coming. But I saw one of the idols of my youth in the lobby, Jim Bubbles Harris.
Did you really?
If you'd have asked me as a 9-year-old, my athletic idols were Jim Brown and Bubbles Harris. And I'm not sure what order. Bibb to inbound, gets it into Bernard Manuel. Grant's got him. Now they go into a little bit of a weave. Pierre Lewis tried to switch, and the back cut from the far side. That was really well done.
It really was.
20-16.
Good angle on the bounce pass. Well done. Staying in the zone.
Yep. Well, they saw us shoot the whole first quarter, and if it's not there, it's not going in the way we've started. Splash.
Well, that'll get you out of the zone.
11 for Grant. 20-19. Shaw by 1. Takeaway by Jackson. Jackson over to Davis, who didn't catch it. He was worried about the layup and didn't catch the ball. Jordan had him a little bit of a lead, but we're timing things we should be running through. We're casually passing the basketball. We've got to...
I'll tell you, if you're playing Lorain High zone, you better know where Grant is.
You think?
Yep.
Well, Benningen had 6 in a row against the Bedford zone last weekend. So you better know where he is, too. On up the court, number 12, Jerome Polk with the ball. Lorain shows their 1-3-1. Skip pass, diagonal pass. Would have been a layup, but they didn't catch it. Shot no, rebound, no box out, but Benningen comes away with it in a battle. Benningen pulls up from 12, long. Had the rebound, got whacked in the head. Manuel gets the foul. It's a common foul. Their third. 20-19 Shaw. You know, it's funny because we look uncomfortable with the pace, and this is our pace.
Jay, this is a Shaw team that's more under control than...
Well, absolutely it is. I mean, our pace on offense is making us uncomfortable, and they're playing their pace on defense. Pierre Lewis lays it up and in. Nice move by Tate. He's got 6. And the Titans are back on top at 21-20. Cross.
Wow, they make that long
nice diagonal. Knocked away by Davis again. Pierre Lewis. This ought to be intentional. They grabbed his pants. Now that's going to be the discussion.
You know, Jay, against that little half court where we're going to trap.
There it is.
It is?
Yep.
Wow. They made that long diagonal pass twice. And the other time, they reversed the ball, and the reversal guy slashed to the bucket, which is the other thing you do against them.
Yeah, Tate, when he came down with that ball, his shorts got grabbed.
That shot is so much better, Jay.
Yes. I don't know that Tate's made 4 in a row all year. So that's a 3-point lead now, and the ball. And Manuel, who has 6 points, goes to the bench with his second foul. In one of those what was I thinking moments. Grant and Benningen.
Yeah, they're back to man-to-man.
Well, they couldn't handle Pierre Lewis down low, I think is what the... But he's maybe more on the perimeter now. I'm not sure what they're... I think one more 3 will do it, but I don't know.
Well, they're in a man now.
Were they?
Yeah.
23-20. We just stood around it. I mean, shot.
Nice.
Nice up and under, no? Oh,
ooh,
back of the rim. No, he went down. It might have been a travel.
No, it's going to be a foul against Lorain High.
Let's see which way this goes. That's 2 on Grant. So it's 23-20, but Lorain's top two scorers, Grant and Pierre Lewis, who have 19 of the 23,
now, are
each
they
have 2 fouls.
Jay, we have six fouls in there. They're putting me at the line. That was on a shot?
That's what they called it. I mean,
wow.
I don't know what else he'd have been doing with it, trying to bring it up from down there. I thought he had jumped with the ball in the, when he had the ball in his hands.
Okay, now they're saying it wasn't a shot. It's
now that's
ball out of bounds, but that should be the 7th foul, if I'm not mistaken.
I've got 2, 4, 5, 6 fouls.
Including that last one?
Yep.
Okay, that's why we have basketball out of bounds.
So
wow. I didn't think it was a shot.
There's a travel. Ball don't lie, I guess. Ball out of bounds to the Titans. 23-20, Lorain. It's been a struggle.
Jay, you said something that's so correct, that when you play the better teams down the road, you're going to have to execute in the half court.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that.
Grant, front rims it. Benedict long rebound.
And we've been struggling in the half court.
Yep. Pierre Lewis, double team, kicks it back. Grant's got straight on, look, knocked down. There's one a game. Splash and one.
Well, he can shoot it. He can shoot it.
Devon Grant, 4 times 3 is 12 and a pair of foul shots for 14. Looking for 15 at the line. Little whack, Aaron Whitehead in for Pierre Lewis. Titans lose about 11 inches of height. Gain an extra ball handler, if you would.
No, we're fairly small. You take Pierre out of the game. Jackson's our tallest player at 6'3", 6'4".
Grant, 15. Substitutes for Shaw. Letty out, number 1. Bibb back in. Titans are face guarding man-to-man here with a center fielder, and they'll just let it go in to Harris. Picks it up on the sideline. Underhand pass. Right idea, wrong play, and partially blocked by Jackson. Grant's got a rebound. Grant on the run.
Foul.
Davis, 17-footer, no. Benedict missed the rebound. Reach in by Jackson, and Davis got another steal. Cam Davis. I wonder if his middle name is annoying. Because the way he plays is, I would hate to play on a team against that kid. Because you'd look at him, during the introductions, you look at Pierre Lewis and, some of the other guys that are long and lanky and athletic, and then you got Cam Davis, who looks like somebody's little brother, and he comes out and just creates all kinds of havoc. Grant in the post, fade away, got blocked. I don't know that we... There's a blocking foul on Davis. He just never got there.
Jay, along those lines, we were not helping. We were face guarding Lutheran East's best scorer, who was 6'5".
Yeah.
And it was Cam Davis.
If you remember, twice last year against Strongsville with their big 6'5" point guard, Cam Davis turned those games around by doing that. Pete, I believe, was his name. He was a Division I player, maybe Missouri, Kansas City, or something like that. Polk at the line. Gets a crawler.
That's a nice stroke also.
27-21 stops a big run for Lorain. First basket in 2 minutes for Shaw.
Yeah, it's a nice stroke.
Yep, he's got 4 for 4 from the line. 27-22 Titans. Benedict. Now Benedict has stopped looking. He's got to be a little bit more part of the offense, especially with Grant down, and he just figured that out. Deontay with 6. He was averaging 20 up till Tuesday. I didn't notice how many he got or what that did, but splash for number 1, Tommy Bibb.
Wow. 29-25 with 3:30 left.
Now they're trying to get organized in the zone again. But that was a 1-2-2 by alignment, not necessarily by the coach's call. Benedict was doing jumping jacks over in the corner. Jackson down low, Pierre Lewis. Back to Jackson. Set shot 3, around and no. Tate got a hand on it. You got to watch the reach. Back to Polk. Benetjen's got him. Saunders. Jackson with a block. Jordan Jackson hasn't scored yet, but he's had a really nice ball game. Very active on the boards and defensively. Aiden Brown for Cam Davis.
You know, Jay, number 11 for them, Randy Harris, who's done a bit of the scoring. He's just a sophomore.
Wow. Did not know that. Challenged on the inbounds play. Pierre Lewis back all the way too hard. And they got a run out.
Well,
Bibb. He missed his, and Aiden Brown hustled back, get it to Whitehead. Pierre Lewis.
nice.
All the way to the hoop, knocked it down.
Nice one-count stop there.
10 for Pierre Lewis, 31-25. 2.5 to go in the half. All the way, the length of the floor, Aiden Brown swats it away. Pierre Lewis to Benetjen. Benetjen's got another layup and knocks it in. 8 for Deontay. Titans have 33 points from 3 players. 33-25. Shades of those regional games.
Ooh,
Taken away by Pierre Lewis. This could be fun.
Off the boom! Oh my! And Coach Roz takes timeout immediately.
Oh yeah, he's gonna. This is a.
I have not seen that. I don't think I've seen that in a high school game before.
Tell you the truth, I looked away and heard the whistle, and I was scared to look up for fear that finger wag was going to come back.
Why do you think Coach Rossitano took the timeout, Jay?
Just to calm them down that this is far from over.
Well, but we're on a run. Now, he does take timeouts for fatigue.
Yeah, and he almost always uses one in the latter stages of the second quarter just for that reason. So we'll see coming out. And he may want to get Pierre Lewis out with a 10-point lead and 2 minutes left. That's what he did. He subbed.
No,
he didn't.
He's on the floor.
Late getting up, I guess.
I can't recall seeing that before. You pass it to yourself off the glass for a dunk.
Well, and not in an all-star game, maybe.
Wow.
But he was free and clear. I mean, if you're ever going to do it, that was the time. Now, does he give him an assist?
Oh, that's good, Jay.
A rebound?
Good.
I don't, I mean,
yeah.
Nice long diagonal. There's all the issues and how to attack the 1-3-1. Rebound, no, Jackson again. Pierre Lewis. Same move as before, leaned in, got fouled.
Yeah. You get an assist on that, you get a rebound.
You got to get one or the other, I would think. Boom.
Time.
21 is going to get banged.
Yep. Technical foul. I don't know what he could have been complaining about. It was clearly a foul.
Okay, so now we got Jeff Toth is at the scorer's table.
Is
Tomlinson
is Lewis at the line
gets
for four throws?
So Pierre Lewis gets these 2, and then Coach Ross gets to decide.
Let's see. Grant is a really good free throw shooter, but he's not on the floor.
Let's see how he does. My thinking would be let Pierre Lewis.
I would too,
shoot,
because
and then we'll see how he does here. As long as his stroke's still there, he's been in a groove.
He's 4 for 4, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I heard Steve Cawthon say Pierre Lewis at the line shooting for the. I'm not sure if he said 4 shots or for the Titans. He's got 2 now for the foul, and he's feeling lonesome. He's looking around for his guys.
Oops.
Shot that one a little bit flat-footed. You didn't see that. He low-fived his teammates that aren't on the line. Knocks down the second, so now it'll be Benetjen who's their best free throw shooter. That's the move I thought he would make. 36-25. So it's 11-point lead now.
And it's ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that's long. And
I mean, this had the potential of being a 7-point, really an 8-point possession. But obviously it's not going to happen. But it had that potential.
Deontay Benedict misses them both. The most unhappy person in the gym is him. The second most unhappy person in the gym is Pierre Lewis, who's saying, I could have made him. He's 5 out of 6 on the night. That's the first time that I've seen Benedict miss 2 throws like that. So the score is 36-25. Titans get 1 out of 4 from the line. And now they go to their 1-4 high post look. Benedict curls off a Whitehead and has it on the wing. Pressure on him with Squire. Takes it to the hole down to Aiden Brown.
Yeah,
uses the rim nicely.
Yes. Nice.
The first non-big 3 to score is Aiden Brown, and he's got 2. And the lead is 13. This is very reminiscent of a line that I heard from Coach Kevin Mackey. My way we were losing, we were winning this quarter. Your way we lost the first quarter.
I think he was talking to me when...
I think he was. Benedict down low, Jackson. He got fouled. Nice pass from Deontay. Tell that story, Bob.
Well, I was a freshman coach at the time, and Kevin was always telling me that, we have to have full court pressure, and that's the way the game should be played. So we worked on full court pressure, and I forget who we were playing. I think it was Avon Lake. We were up by about 20 at the half.
I think it was at the end of the first quarter.
Then we got out of the pressure, and it was a pretty even game after that. And Kevin's statement to me was, you're up by 20 playing my way, and you played him even playing yours. And he was right.
Jackson misses a free throw. That's 4 misses in the last 5 for Lorain. He missed the second one. Jordan looks to be bowing his back a little bit. He's hitting the front of the rim a lot. Shaw picking up the dribble there is Squire. 3 ball.
Ooh.
That was deep. That was Bernard Manuel with 9 now.
45 seconds, Jay.
And maybe the Titans, let's see what they decide here. Jackson, kick to Whitehead. Whitehead 3 ball. No. Now, there's Aiden Brown will learn that. That was a 3 from the corner, and he moved his position to the front of the rim. Now, he's figured out how to block the shot. Nice idea. Jackson tried to hit Benedict for the layup, and Shaw got a hand on it with 25 seconds to go. Shots from the corner, if they're straight, they're going to go long and short. They're never going to come to the front. Those are the tricks your professional rebounders learn.
22 seconds.
Cam Davis up front.
To the spread.
You could make a case that Cam Davis has been the most valuable Titan in this half, and he hasn't scored. 7 seconds left. Whitehead, layup good.
Yep.
That's Manuel, and Manuel's got 11. Whistle, and we stepped in. So Shaw's going to get a chance with a half a second left to inbound the ball under the basket.
Jay, we had a problem the other night against Lutheran East defensing out of bounds plays. We just weren't ready to play. They scored twice very easily. I mean,
on offensive out of bounds plays?
Yep.
Now there's a whistle and interesting.
You taking a timeout?
Yeah, for a half a second. Okay.
Wow.
And it's not the full timeout. They're going to run through the play. They're going to go back in the auxiliary gym. But once again,
we struggled the other night. I mean, Lutheran East, and it was a ball game. 2 real easy ones on out of bounds plays that weren't any special play. We just weren't alert and ready to play.
Joe, if you can get a look over here in the left-hand corner, you'll see that you want to stick around at halftime for Admiral King Basketball Alumni Night. And you can see the alums lined up over there. Some, I don't know how many are here, 50 plus anyhow. I sure saw a lot of them. You've got a whole bunch of them on the bench. Mitch Gillum Jr., yep. John Rossitano, Dave Rossitano, Dax McCall, Chris Kimbrough, Brian Clark.
Yeah.
And Matt Killian played at Lorain High. So you got another bunch of them over there. Maybe they'll let Killian do halftime while they
0.5, Jay. Let's see what
they came up with in a minute. Fake. Oop.
Lob.
And never got it above the net. So the best laid intentions. Titans have a 25-point quarter and have an 8-point lead at the break. 38 for Lorain, 30 for Shaw. We'll step away and be back with the Admiral King Alumni Night festivities.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to begin the halftime ceremony to honor the Admiral King Admirals. We'll begin with Coach Al Stacy. Coach Stacy led the 2009 team to the Lake Erie League Championship and a perfect 20-0 record. The team ranked number 10 in the state of Ohio. Also, we have Coach Bill Sturgill. Coach Sturgill coached as an assistant at all three levels for over 20 years and was a part of numerous conference and district championship teams for the Admirals. From 2010, we have Anton Cheney Harris. Anton was a member of the 2009 Lake Erie League Championship team that was ranked number 10 in the state and finished the regular season perfect at 20-0. Next, from 2009, we have teammates Bryant Parker, Chris Kimbrough, and Adrian Casey. Bryant, Chris, and AD were members of the 2009 Lake Erie League Championship team that was ranked number 10 in the state and finished the regular season with a perfect 20-0. Bryant earned all Lake Erie League his senior year, where he led his team in three-point field goals. Chris is one of only 12 players in the history of Admiral King to earn all Ohio honors. He holds the school record for assists in career, 383, and steals in a season at 123. AD holds the career record for field goal percentage at 60% and ranks 6th in career points with 1,091 and 3rd in career rebounds with 755. Also from 2009, we have Dominique Higginbotham. Dominique was a three-sport athlete. She was a member of 3 straight Lake Erie League championship teams, including the team that won the last district championship. From 2006, we have Jordan Simmons. Jordan was a Lorain County All-Star and Lake Erie League honorable mention. From 2004, Aaron Simmons. Aaron hit a key three-pointer in King's win over Elyria in the Lorain County Holiday Classic Championship game. He is now an internationally known clothing designer known as John Terrence. From 2005, we have Dan Bieber. Dan earned all Northeastern Ohio and all county honors while also being named the 2005 Lorain County Mr. Basketball. He went on to play collegiately at Dartmouth University. He is one of 12 players in the history of Admiral King to earn all Ohio honors. From 2002, we have Bryant Bond. Bryant was a 2002 Lorain County All-Star and All-Conference second team. From 2002, teammates Ryan Simmons, Michael Sanchez, Lloyd Odell Rogers. Ryan was a 3-year varsity letter winner that earned all Lorain County and all Great Lakes League during his senior year. Mike led his team in assist to turnover ratio his senior year and was an all Lorain County and all league. And Lloyd was recognized as the 2002 Greg Demian Perseverance Award winner. From 2001, Kevin Jackson. Kevin was a three-point specialist that also excelled on the track. He made at least one three-pointer in every game his senior year. From 2000, Matt Rossitano. Matt was a 3-sport athlete that went on to play baseball collegiately at Bowling Green State University. He led his team in charges drawn his senior year at Admiral King. In 1998, we have Aaron Whitehead. Aaron earned first team All Lorain County, honorable mention All Northeast Ohio, Plain Dealer Player of the Week, and was a member of the 1998 Erie Shore Championship team that made it to the district finals. From 1997, Marla Davis Taylor. Marla led her team in assists while earning all conference honors during her senior year. From 1997, teammates Alberto Arroyo and Doug Taylor. Both Alberto and Doug were three-time Erie Shore Conference Championship and members of the 1994 Elite Eight team. Alberto led his team in assists while starting for the 1997 District Finals runner-up team. Alberto went on to play at Bluffton University, where he was a 3-year letter winner. Doug was a 4-year starter, and he holds the career record for charges drawn at 35. He is also 7th in career rebounding at 536 and 3rd in career scoring at 1,262. From 1994, Andrea Kelly. Andrea was a multi-year letter winner that earned all conference as a senior. Also from 1994, we have teammates Jai R. Beard, Bobby Williams, and Jamal Burris. Jair, Bobby, and Jammer were all starters on the 1994 team that made it to the Elite Eight. Jair averaged a double-double that year, and Bobby led the team in assists with 4 per game. All 3 of them earned all conference and all league honors. Jammer was a 3-year starter, including the 1992 district championship team and the 1993 team that ranked number 8 in the state. Jammer ranks 7th overall in career scoring with 1,078 points. From the 1993 Admirals, teammates Brian Pagan, Ryan Mahalik, Brian Corey, and David Charlton. Brian, Ryan, and David were members of the 1992 district championship team, along with the 1993 team that was ranked 8th in the state. David broke the career record at the time for three-pointers made in a career. From 1993, teammates Veronica Brownlee, Tiffany Simmons, and Marla Melendez. Veronica, Tiffany, and Marla were all multi-year letter winners that were members of the 1991 Erie Shore Championship team. Marla went on to continue her basketball career at Ohio Dominican University, and Veronica played volleyball at Eastern Michigan University. From 1992, teammates Marty Rodriguez and Chris Colon. Marty and Chris were both members of the 1992 district championship team. Marty was a 3-sport athlete that went on to continue his baseball career at John Carroll University, and Chris was a co-captain his senior year. In 1991, we have teammates Vance McCall, Michael Taylor, and Jason Cumberledge. Vance was a Lorain County All-Star, Erie Shore Conference first team, and team MVP. Michael and Jason were both multi-sport athletes. Michael went on to play baseball professionally. From 1990, teammates Brian Clark and Steve Sturgill. Brian and Steve were members of the 1989 team that was ranked number 5 in the state of Ohio. Next, we have Coach Mitch Gillum Sr., who is unable to attend today, but Coach Gillum is one of the most decorated coaches in the history of high school basketball in the state of Ohio. In 19 seasons as head coach, his teams won 6 Buckeye Conference championships, 14 sectional championships, 11 district championships, 3 regional championships, and an unprecedented 9 20-win seasons. Head coach Mitch Gillum Sr. From 1998, teammates Dax McCall and Keith Hogan. Dax and Keith were members of the 1988 team that holds the best record in the history of Lorain at 25-1. The team was ranked number 2 in the state and earned a trip to the state Final Four. From 1987, teammates Joe Rouser, George McCall, Brandon Bromley, Dave Gannon, and Tyrone Jeter. All 5 of them played key roles in the 1986 state finalist team that was inducted into the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame. Dave earned all Buckeye Conference and all county that year, and George led the 1987 team that ranked number 17 in the state in rebounding with 11.4 rebounds and earned team MVP. From 1986, Alida Bradley. Alida earned first team all-conference and was 6th in scoring in the league. She was also named first team all-league during her junior and senior year. From 1985, Mitch Gillum Jr. Mitch was a member of the 1985 team that won a district championship and ranked number 1 in the state of Ohio. He was first team all-county and Northeast Ohio and is only one of 12 players in the history of Admiral King to earn all Ohio honors. Next, from 1984, we have teammates Ronnie Williams, Darren Northcutt, and Gary Patton. Ronnie and Darren were both members of the 1983 team that won district championships while being ranked number 1 in the state along with Gary. Ronnie won a second district championship as senior on the number 4 ranked team in the state. From 1982, we have Edward Suggs. Edward was a member of the 1980 state runner-up team and the 1982 team that was ranked number 2 in the state. From 1981, we have John Rossitano. John Rossitano holds the school record for highest free throw percentage in a season at 90.3. He was a member of the 1980 state runner-up team. He also coached at Admiral King as both an assistant and head coach during the 1980s and 90s, where his teams won multiple conference and sectional championships. From 1977, teammates Chucky Simmons, James Kimbrough, and John Brown. Chucky, James, and John were members of the 1976 team that was ranked at number 18 in the state and won a sectional championship. From 1975, teammates Arthur Cook and Joe Carraro. Arthur and Joe were members of the 1974 team that was ranked number 6 in the state and won the district championship. Joe earned first team all-district tournament that year, where he led the team in scoring throughout the tournament. From 1974, teammates Jeff Solomon, David Rossitano, and Terry Kish. Jeff, Dave, and Terry were members of the 1974 team that was ranked number 6 in the state and won the district championship. Jeff was a 3-year starter that once held the school record for assists in a season and assists in a career. He went on to start his freshman year at Cleveland State University. Next, from 1967, Jim Bubbles Harris. One of the greatest high school basketball players that the city of Lorain has ever seen. Bubbles was the 1967 Associated Press Player of the Year for the state of Ohio. All-Ohio first team, member of the 1967 Buckeye Conference Championship team, and holds the school records for points scored in a season at 727 and is second all-time in career shooting with 1,337 points. From 1966, Paul Bieber. Paul was a member of the 1965 team that won the Buckeye Conference and made it to the regional final. He later went on to lead the girls basketball program, where his teams won 8 league championships. Paul is the all-time leader in girls basketball wins in Lorain County with 339 victories. In 1965, we had George Furlick. George was a member of the first Admiral King team to go to the regional finals in basketball, and both of his daughters have been inducted into the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame. And our final member of the Admiral King honorees tonight is, from 1965, Doug Grayson. Doug was also a member of the first Admiral King team to go to the regional finals in basketball. He was named All-Ohio and first team All-Buckeye Conference. While playing for Kent State University, he broke the NCAA record for most consecutive field goals at 16 in December of 1967 against North Carolina, which still stands to this day. He was also second team All-MAC for 3 consecutive years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm round of applause for the Lorain Admiral King historical honorees. Thank you.
That was good.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I received.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more, even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
I just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful. Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
Back here at Lorain High, and thank you very much, Brian Corey, floor announcer Steve Cawthon, and Joe Bach for filming it, for the Admiral King High School Basketball Alumni program. It was a walk down memory lane for many of us who grew up in the city of Lorain, and my dad was on the original faculty at Lorain, or Admiral King rather, so I remember a lot of those early 60s teams even going back that far.
Players who were announced in descending order, Jay, going back in time.
Yeah.
Who was the last person announced? 1965.
Was it Bubbles?
Nope. Second last.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see Doug Grayson.
Kent State.
Tom Clinkscales?
No, it was Doug Grayson.
Was Doug? I didn't see Doug.
He was the final alum announced.
Still holding the NCAA field goal percentage in a game record, 16 out of 16.
I read the whole story about that a couple of years ago. That was against North Carolina, too.
Yeah, it wasn't against anybody.
Yeah, right,
Mickey
it
Mouse.
wasn't. Exactly.
Dean Smith, North Carolina.
Yep.
Team. Shaw to inbound, trailing 38-30. This is Bernard Manuel, number 2, has 11 points to lead the Cardinal. Polk, number 12. Number 11, Harris, taken away by Grant and then got hit in the head with it, and the Titans have just going to step off. Jackson got knocked to the deck trying to bust out of there. Everybody looking kind of innocent.
Shot foul number 1, Tommy Bibb.
Bibb gets his first team foul, obviously, and Grant will walk it across. Grant led everybody with 15. 5 from 3 and 3 from 1. Jackson to the hoop, and I like seeing that.
Well,
because
I like the pick because we've definitely need to see more of those. You know, and the curl cut off the pick.
And I like seeing Jordan Jackson a little bit more aggressive rather than settling. Knocked the first one down.
And Pierre Lewis didn't, ground the basketball. I mean, it moved.
8 for 13 from the line the first half for Lorain. Pierre Lewis 5 of 6. And
steal.
Right up again. Jackson with a quick 4.
It's about as quick as you can ever get 4.
42-30 out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinal. Going back to Coach Gillum, I can, remember him talking about the first 3 minutes of the second half. And
well, he was always big on the first 10 possessions of the game, first 10 possessions of the second half, and the last 10 possessions of the game.
Yep, and, Coach Rossitano from the coaching family.
Yep.
And certainly his son sitting next to him is as well.
And me too.
All the way to the hoop and blocked there. Not sure if Grant or Pierre Lewis. Underhand for Benich and into the cheerleaders. He picked up the spare.
Jay just got it. That was funny, Jay. That's good.
Shaw with the ball coming back. Bibb skips it over to Harris. That was dangerous pass. Titans had foul trouble in the first half, but got out with their 2 stars with 2 each. Interesting that they shot 9 more free throws than Shaw. Fadeaway 3, no, but he gets his own board. Down low, this is Hassan.
Nice drop step. Wow, nice drop step.
Ramon Hassan with 4 now. 6:30 to go. Grant, Davis, Pierre-Louis, Benningen, Jackson. Jackson 3-ball. Splash. Jordan with 7 in the game, 7 in the quarter. All the way to the hoop. The door opened and never closed, but Grant got the rebound on the miss. I think they were stunned there was no contact. Deontay. Oh, almost a goaltend for Jordan Jackson. And he's just getting up off the floor. No, Grant from behind got part of that. And Benningen down in the corner to Jackson. He'll throw another one. That was a 2, didn't go. Batted around, and Harris comes out. Pierre-Louis tried to pick him, and they're going to get him on the 3rd whack.
That's going to be on Pierre-Louis, Jay?
Yes. That's his 3rd. Substitute Shaw. TJ Square, 23. Replacing Bibb, who has 3 points and a foul.
I agree with Coach Rossitano in not subbing for Lewis with 3 fouls right now. He's got to learn to play.
He's questioning the foul.
He's got to learn to play with those fouls.
Tate questioning the foul, like, what did I do? You didn't call it the first 2 times I did it. 45-32, Lorain. They trailed by 3 at the end of 1. Outscored Shaw 25-14 in the second to go up 8 at the half. 3-ball up in. The bank is open. Bernard Manuel with 14. Grant Euros into the lane, left hands it up, no. Rebound to Shaw. Polk.
Well,
he's laid it up over the front of them. That was just.
I've been waiting for that because we haven't been getting back on defense
at all.
Very well.
Benningen, he takes it to the hoop and got whacked. Nothing. And we're playing at their style.
Oh, they love this.
Partial block. Pierre-Louis is going to have 4 if he's not careful. He got it because they walked into him.
Wow. This young man, number 11, Randy Harris, 6'4", just a sophomore. Jay, he's going to be a really good player. Plays very much out of control.
That was very intelligent. That puts Tate Pierre-Louis on the bench for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he has nice post footwork. Now, he doesn't have a lot of range to his shot, but he could mid-range it a little bit.
Takes the size out of the Lorain lineup. It's going to be Whitehead for Pierre-Louis. Tate shaking his head no. Those aren't that one's not the one that got you. The two out on the court are the ones that are going to have you sit. He got one in the back court early, and he got that one at half court just a moment ago. You know, the one under the basket, you live with that. And he's saying I didn't do anything but stand straight up in the air, which may or may not be the case. Whitehead in, Pierre-Louis out with 13. All in the first half, and he's going to have to find a seat here. Second shot. Down. Harris with 7, and the lead's down to 7. Jackson down the lane. Whack. Jackson on the way up is going to go back to the line. Foul is Hassan. His second. 45-37. Titans led by 8 at the half. They got it up to 12, and Shaw's had the last 5. A 3 and a 2. Titans have scored 7 points in the quarter, and here they are at the line. Jackson with 8. Well, Jordan Nat Jackson needs a quarter like this, Bob. Needs to break out.
See, our pressure just isn't as intense as I've seen it.
No. There's foul there on the baseline, and it's Benningen just slow moving the feet. He gets his first.
Jay, didn't we do the Richmond Heights game together?
Yes, we did.
That heat was as intense and hot as I've ever seen.
Yep.
And we're just not seeing that tonight.
All the way to the hoop. And then an air ball knocked away by Whitehead. Double dribble. Hassan, he was just panicked in among the white jerseys. I can't, every time I look at the Shaw bench, I think there's a bowling team over there with those coaches' shirts, Bob.
You know, they've got 6'4", 6'5" on the floor right now.
Do they go that big?
Yeah, Hassan is 6'5".
Jackson, Benningen, Grant, splash.
Boom. Wow.
18. 50-38, the lead back to 12. This is as big as it's been. Three, back at you, and that's Manuel. He's got 17. He's got 3 threes. Whitehead, a little bit flat. Rebound off to Hassan, and back come the Cardinals. And we're just jogging back.
Yeah.
Knocked away, but...
And down at the other end, I want to see an offense. It's one pass and a shot.
Well, I just want to see people run back right now. Now, Cam Davis is going to come out and get a little bit bigger. 4, Sanders comes in. Aiden Brown also back for Lorain. Hassan goes to the bench. Inbound out back to Harris. Pull up 18-footer glass. No. Nobody checked him out, and he got it back. Turnaround on the baseline over Grant. No. He got it back a third time. And 3-ball short. Has it a fourth time.
Killed us. Oh!
He deserved that.
He did. That's Randy Harris.
And he's got 9.
Sophomore.
Four offensive rebounds on the trip. Benningen one-handed it to Aiden Brown, who got hit in the numbers. And it's 50-43.
You know, in the midst of all those bodies, that's not a good play. I mean, even if your hands are ready to play, you're not going to catch that.
Benningen knew he made a bad play, so he got it back. Whitehead launches short. The 3-ball. You'll love it and you'll hate it. Floater to Grant with 20. 43 rather. Lead is 9. That's Grant's first 2 of the ball game. Whistle, that's an offensive foul there on the screen. Clavion Sanders put a little bit more than he needed to into it. 52-43, Lorain. Grant and Jackson.
Every time we struggle, Grant comes up with a big basket.
Yep. Since the district final last year. Long one, back rim, no. Aiden Brown tip out, runs it down. Benningen in the corner, Benningen to the hoop, scoop, foul.
Heard it from here.
Must have made a noise, they called a foul. Sanders gets the foul. He's got 3 to be the first Cardinal in trouble. Benningen at the line, missed a pair on a technical foul in the first half. 8 points in the ball game on 4 twos. That's better. It's funny how a little bit more concentration at the line. Jackson gets a blow, Davis back in. Second one good. Benningen in double figures with 10. And it's 54-43. Taken away by Grant. Willie. Boom!
Yeah, with the left hand. With the left hand.
First varsity dunk for Devon Grant. And then a bounce pass onto the blue, and it's Lorain ball. Yes, it was.
Really?
What? He got it around the foot. Whistle. Timeout Shaw. And as good a timeout as you'll see in basketball right there.
Really, Jay, that was his first dunk.
As far as no, he never dunked up to this year. I don't think he could dunk up until this year I could be wrong.
He did it with the left hand.
I know how hard he has worked with trainer Henry Patterson.
Wow. Impressive.
You know, to give Henry a little bit of credit, Henry works with the high jumpers and long jumpers on the track team.
Henry knows about those
and
things.
They were really impressed when they had a senior high jumper last year by the name of Carrington Wade. He was about 5'9", and he could clear 6'6" on a good day, 6'4" pretty consistently. And
that was with the tutelage of
Henry Patterson, who has cleared 7'8" in his lifetime, I believe. Well, they said, if you can do that for him, can you teach me to jump? So a lot of these guys have been going out to early morning and Saturday, Sunday workouts with Henry Patterson.
Wow.
And you see it in some of the spring in their steps, and there was a good example right there.
Sure was.
(56-43) Lorain on the Grant dunk following the Benningen foul shots. Now there's on the turnover, and the turnover was Shaw just simply throwing it onto the bounce, passing it around the defense by throwing it out of bounds. Cam Davis will walk it up. Now, I like this when you can get Grant off the ball, but you're not doing anything to get it back to him in there. There's a screen. Davis, though, let go. Grant comes and gets it back, double teamed, and he got whacked, rubbing his eye. Foul was 23, Timothy T.J. Square.
During that last time out, Shaw made the decision to try to deny Grant the ball.
Right.
If you watch that, not helping off of Grant at all.
Got 22 with 10 minutes left in the ball game.
Ooh.
Benningen, set shot, corner, that's him.
Yeah.
Deontay Benningen with 13, 59-43, 16-point lead. Aiden Brown challenged at the rim. They got it back, and then he fouled.
Ow.
Cam Davis got the foul.
Jay, I like what Aiden Brown brings off the bench for this team. Plays really hard, rebounds, plays defense, makes the easy pass.
I'm sure, just like I have, you spend a lot of time talking to players about, do your job, know your role.
Yep.
Aiden Brown and Cam Davis know their roles. If either one of them scores, it's kind of by accident. Hassan at the line, 7 in the quarter, now 9 in the game. And the lead is down to 13. Benningen, pull up 15-footer, got it. Deontay with 15. 61-46 with a minute and a half to go in the third. Nice job by Cam Davis. Ball fake by Square, and they say go ahead, I think. But not him. He traveled. And that's what, that's the more of the Lorain High. Get them going faster than they can go kind of pressure. Back into the game, Jordan Jackson for Cam Davis. Big possession right here for the Titans with a minute 15 to go and a 15-point lead. Jackson down the lane all the way to the hoop, lights it up off the glass and in. Jackson with 11 in the quarter and the game. Scoreless first half, becomes the fourth Titan to go to double figures. Nice move there. It's just kind of very fundamentally took it to the hoop. Harris has got 11. Again. Bad pass there from Jackson to Benningen. And with 45 seconds left, Shaw will get a chance to cut into the lead. In the Can't Stand Prosperity department, Bob, we've lost the last minute of each quarter. First quarter, we had a 13-4 lead, ended up trailing 16-13. Jackson knocks it away, tapped it again. Hassan got it, passed underneath to a layup, and Harris. Harris has 7 in the quarter. Harris and Hassan each with 7. Manuel with 6 in the quarter. 20-point quarter for the Shaw Cardinal. Grant with 15. Take off the closely guarded. Now he goes down the lane all the way to the hoop, over the front of the rim and in.
Oh, looked away. 6 seconds.
On the run, this three if it counts. No. Rebound to Grant. Played 3 here at Lorain. Titans 65, Shaw 50. Back with fourth quarter action after this timeout.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Back here at Lorain for the fourth quarter, 65-50, Titans on top. Looking to extend their record to 6-0 going into the holiday. Devon Grant in the backcourt has 24 going into the fourth quarter. Benigin fakes a three, has it taken away from behind, and then knocked away from Jackson. Pierre Lewis back on the court with 4 fouls and 13 points. He'll inbound the ball. Let's see if they go to the play where they try to step him into the post. Grant, and then right back. He hooks it up and in.
Yep, that's nice little set. Clear the block.
Two-man game.
In. Yep.
And all he had to do, that play was put in when they moved the ladder from under the basket. That's how old it is. 67-50 now. Shaw going to have to start feeling some sense of urgency. They really move the ball pretty well.
They do. They run more
offense.
Away.
Rebound to Grant. He got whacked.
They run more offense than you typically see a Shaw.
That shot was deep. Now they're saying that's 4 fouls on Manuel. I've got 3. Grant walks 94 feet to the line for the 1-and-1. 24 in the game thus far for Devon.
Yeah, he's 80% plus from the line. Jay, to have a guard shoot 80 plus at this level or at the next level, I mean,
all you have to do is go back and think of those 2 regional games last year where I don't think he missed one.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a big difference.
Including 8 in overtime against St. Ed's when he scored all 12 of Lorain's points in a 3-point win.
But wow, when you have a guard who can make free throws late in the game.
26 for Grant. Cam Davis, there's that man again.
That's a push.
That's got to be an intentional foul.
Intentional.
The second one of those on the night.
That was on Harris, a player I like.
Randy Harris. Well, it's just frustration. And that, Bob, tell me if you were playing against Cam Davis, you wouldn't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Not because he's a bad kid, but because he's going to make that play and then smile.
Very annoying. And
the pest.
The most annoying defender in the program is Jocko on the JV squad.
Yeah. He's going to step into this role next year. Makes 2 with the big head Cam Davis signed down there in the second row. And the Titans will get the ball. So it's a 21-point lead, and this one has spiraled out of control pretty quick. It seems like about 5 minutes ago the lead was 7. And the Titans went on a bit of a run, led by Deontay Benigin.
Nice curl.
Speaking of...
Oh, that is a goaltend.
That is a goaltend.
Wow. Something else you rarely see at the high school level.
17 for Benigin. And it's a 23-point lead, and there's a timeout. And to the bench.
That's a very quiet 17,
Well,
he doesn't force anything.
He had 3 or 4 baskets in the first half because of the pressure. You're right, though, 17 points, and you're thinking, well, when did he score those? But he's got 9 of them in the last 3 minutes. All the way to the hoop, picked, but Jordan Jackson grabbed him, I think.
I think they're going to get Grant on the strip.
Jordan Jackson with the foul.
Oh, really?
He put the hand around the waist. And to the line will go Bernard Manuel, who hasn't been to the line yet tonight. This coach from Shaw is very animated, always talking, always kind of upbeat, I think. That one goes down.
Well, my hat's off to him because I've seen Shaw teams play for 35 years, and this one better organized than usual.
Manuel with 19. Davis ahead of the field, throws it inside to Jackson down the lane. Tries to dunk Pierre Lewis. No, Jackson's hurt.
Yeah, he fell right on his
I think he's laughing. Missed the layup.
And then off his knee.
No, going to be a Titan ball. Jordan Jackson.
Really?
He's laughing now.
Well,
now Pierre Lewis is laughing at him. We're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. Now they've changed the call. It'll be out of bounds. Grant is having trouble keeping a straight face too. I guess when you're up 21, you can sort of do that.
Well, you got to be careful when you have momentum. If you hang on the rim, you know the physics of it is you're going to. And you hang on, which you can't do. That's what's going to happen.
Nice jump hook there.
I'm sold on him.
Harris, you said he's a sophomore?
Sophomore, 6'4"
nice.
sophomore.
15-point game for him. Pierre Lewis, Jackson, Bennigan, Pierre Lewis. I think your buddy Harris got him too.
Yeah.
He is not going to get cheated. In fact, I heard a nice job, Randy, from the bench. Which, you know, he's down there challenging it. He's playing hard.
Well, you know, not only does he play hard, the other thing I like about him is he doesn't force anything. And when he does catch the ball in a position where he can't score, he's first open man, gets the ball. I mean, he's going to be a good player. Works on that shot a little bit. I mean, he's okay at about 10 feet, but beyond that, the mechanics of that shot really suffer.
You know, looking at the column up there to the left of the score with the player individual totals on it, very impressive to see Ford. Missed the second. Jackson got a rebound.
4 in double figures?
Yeah, and not cheap double figures, not 4 with 11. 3 ball from the corner, no. Davis, there's that man again. Now he put a little dribbling show on there, huh? Tate crosses over into the lane, blocking foul. He'll go back to the line.
Double bonus.
Manuel's now got 4. I was right and they were wrong before, Bob.
You know, Jay, with 5:48 left, playing against Shaw at the pace there that they can play, I think even though we're up 20, this is an important 5:48 that we
I don't disagree.
allow.
We need to win by more than 20.
Well, and not to allow our game to deteriorate on either end of the floor.
Right. And Pierre Lewis knocks down 2. He's had a nice night. 8 of 10 at the line from Tate. Then goes back and
there we
got
go.
a hand on it.
We're not getting
but
back
we
on
loafed
defense.
back on defense with Pierre Lewis, and it's Grant. 3 ball, turnaround 3 from the corner. He either got it blocked or got fouled. And we'll go back the other way. Polk. That was funny how we have whistle. There was going to be a
out before that.
No, foul was on Bennigan.
Okay.
He had a chance to step up for that high knee charge right there.
And bailed.
And bailed out.
And at this point, up by 22,
I don't blame him.
I don't
know how
blame
the
him.
call's going to go.
Exactly.
Harris is going to go to the line, your guy, for 2. And it's a 22-point lead, 76-54 with 5:26 to go.
Yeah,
he didn't use the legs at all there.
He made a couple of, in fact, he made 3 intermediate jump shots, set shots, you called them, at the onset of the game. And I've noticed once he gets outside of that 10-foot.
Where he has to use the legs?
Yep, he's out of his comfort zone. But this young man, if he works it, it's going to be a good player.
Was better. That was a much better form and follow through there. 76-55 as Pierre Lewis comes down the lane. Boom! Tate's got 20, and Grant missed the dunk. Bennigan, corner Grant, wants 3. I can get 3 instead of 2.
Oh, wow.
Splash.
Wow.
6 threes for Grant, and the lead's 26.
I'm surprised Coach Roz hasn't taken the full court heat off.
Well, I don't think it would slow him down any. Oh, back at you. Square with a punch. Timeout, Shaw. And I don't know what the, okay, now here comes the bombs, next 5. Coach Ross is subbing all 5 with 4:51 to go. Now, Grant's got 29.
Okay, Jay, they're down, do the math for me real quick. You're the math
24.
teacher. They're down 24. Just a couple of minutes left in the game. He took a timeout. 5 minutes left. He took a timeout, and if you watch him over there, he's talking fundamentals. He's talking about his stance and step slide and so forth.
And he was talking about, what good things happen when you play hard right there, and let's not quit. And I want to be wrong, but I wouldn't have pulled it yet.
That's Reginald Harwell II. Took the timeout to teach.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Devontae Jackson, number 10, is on the baseline to inbound it. Luis Suarez, Aaron Whitehead are the people he's looking for. Whitehead gets it under the basket, takes the one-on-one pressure and works it up the left side into the lane. Scoop shot up and in. Little Wax with 2. 26-point lead now. Pull up. That's good shot from Manuel. Manuel's got a 21-point game. Aiden Brown gives it off. Javon Manning, basket and foul.
Well, we've been talking about Lorain High not getting back on defense. Shaw has taken it to a whole
Randy
new
Harris
level.
again. Javon Manning with his first 2. Substitute Laquan Latit in for Shaw. Harris is going to go to the bench with 4 fouls and 16 points. Manning, 6'4", sophomore now. 85-59. Bob, it's a 26-point game, and everybody's still here.
Well, a lot of fun things are happening out there, Jay.
That's
Everybody
right.
likes to see the ball dunked.
Nice rebound from Devontae Jackson, and he gets it out to Whitehead. He throws 3. I just made it 2, now I got a 3. 5 for Little Wax, and it's 88-59. Don't sleep on him. Down the lane in a foul. Suarez, number 13, with the foul. To the line, Demarion Tomlinson. Bob, because I do the football games, I usually recognize a name or 2 on the roster of the basketball team.
You don't see anybody?
I don't recognize. It doesn't mean that they didn't play. I just don't recognize a 1.
The other thing I'm always watching how players are reacting, behaving, timeouts on the bench. They're into it over there.
Tomlinson knocked down a pair. Whitehead against the team. Jackson gets it across. Jackson now backs it out and gives it to Whitehead. Spins down the lane and finally got a little contact. Tomlinson the foul. His 3rd. Whitehead to the line.
Uh-oh.
Joe Bach's calling for 100.
Joe Bach call for 100 points.
We scored 13 in the first quarter. If we don't get it, Joe, that's why.
Did you see that score in the game the other day? It was a girl score. It was in the 130s.
No, that's a shame.
Yep.
Whitehead with 7 in the last minute. It's 90-61. Bombs away. I'll tell you what, Shaw won't hold it to keep you from getting 100. Carr behind the back. This is Polk. He's going to launch. Front rim, back rim, side rim.
Nice rebound.
And 1.
Joseph Carr, just 5'10". Another sophomore.
Manning gets the foul, his first. Just jumping for these rebounds hasn't worked real well for the Titans today. Front rims it, nobody boxed the shooter out, and Whitehead runs down the rebound, fortunately. 3.5 to go. Whitehead down the lane, got stripped. Shaw controls. This is Tomlinson. Ahead to Manuel. Manuel into the lane, spins, lost it. Nice hustle there. And then a travel. Latif was in great shape until he rolled over.
Well, Manuel's still on the floor,
yep.
21 points.
Did you tell me he was a sophomore?
Manuel is a senior, 5'9" senior.
Okay. He plays hard. In fact, I'll tell you what, every Shaw Cardinal that I've seen out there has played hard. Now, Manning's going to go out. We're going to get Cam Thomas, who had a really nice JV game. There's a steal on a bad inbound pass. It's going to be a layup, but blocked by Suarez out of bounds. Luis Suarez, senior early college student with the big block. Manuel fades away. Thomas with the rebound. Jackson, Whitehead, up, no. Devontae tried to power it back up. Jump ball going to be off to Shaw. I think what you're seeing now is I don't want to blow the whistle.
Yeah, right. Jay, I kind of like their squad. And
Are you talking about Shaw?
Yeah, how I can envision them if they really worked on it. You know, playing full court heat. 32 minutes. I mean, they've got the athletes for it.
Well, they've got to stay really within the program. And he seems to have that.
Still stay under control.
Thomas had a rebound, lost it, and it'll be Shaw. This is Jason Manuel, who I would assume is the brother of Bernard Manuel. Nice spin move in the lane. Yeah. Whistle. Jump ball called there. That's an interesting call. I may be a little bit bumfuddled there, but I never saw two people with their hands on the ball, did you?
No, I did not. Okay, now for the first time, he's
2.5 to go.
They've taken the heat off.
Yeah, they don't want us to score 100 either. Jackson, he'll throw three. No, he takes it down the lane. Up, in, and fouled.
Uh-oh.
Devontae Jackson will be in the rotation before the end of February. Foul is on 30, Laquan Latit. Manning in for Whitehead. Little Wax goes to the bench with 7.
Jackson at the line, just a sophomore.
Devontae, yep. He had a posterization in the Bedford JV game the other day. Right at the last play of the third.
At 6 feet?
Really? He went over top of somebody and jammed it. Three-pointer there from Polk. Oh, he's had several dunks. But this one was, anybody in the gym would have been proud to call it. Euro underhand, he's going to go back to the line. He just needs experience. He's going to be a very good player. Polk gets his third. Jackson to the line for 2. Missed the first.
Okay. He's bringing back my man here. Randy Harris back in the game.
He doesn't
4
want
fouls.
you to be disappointed, Bob.
Well, I just like what I see out of him as a sophomore. I do.
Missed the pair. Shaw rebound to Latit, and he'll bring it ahead. 3-ball launched from the corner, swished for Joseph Carr. He's got 5. 93-69, Joe. I don't think it's going to happen, buddy. To get 100 at this point,
you need one here.
I was going to say, you need to score with the clock stopped. Now, Manning's going to go to the line.
No, it can happen. I think it's going to happen.
Well, you better get these then. I also know that Coach Rossitano isn't going to play the last 40 seconds. If we have the ball, he's going to hold it.
No.
Okay.
You think?
That's been his. Ooh, that one was a little bit, just a bit outside. That's been his nature. Dribble it out if they, now if they're going to pressure the ball, and all bets are off. 1 out of 2 from Manning, and it's 94-69.
1:45 left.
This is Tomlinson back outside to Jason Manuel. Down the lane, runs and throws it up. Foul is on Cam Thomas. Jason Manuel will go to the line rather. He hasn't scored yet tonight. First one, that came off his hand funny. Now we got, he had a rubber band. He
had something in his hand.
He had a rubber band around his wrist, I think. Although he might have had something in his hand because the coach and the official are laughing. Oh, he didn't get enough on that. The first one was short. The second one high off the glass and in. Suarez against a double team. Devontae Jackson back to Suarez down the lane. Scoops it up. No. Cam Thomas, no. Thomas with a tip. Manning back outside. Manning's going to go back to the line. Everything's 2 now. Jason Manuel, 94-70, Joe.
Need 6.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. Manning, 6'3", sophomore. Good sophomore class, Jay.
Oh, very good. Good junior class right now.
Yeah, good junior class.
You got 3,
absolutely.
3 juniors in your top 6 with Whitehead, Jackson, and Benedict.
Yes.
Missed a pair. Joe Bach is going to curse you tonight when he hits his knees.
Needed those 2.
Manning with a block.
You're going to get 2 here.
Now that was knocked away. Suarez trying to get it to Jackson so that Joe could get 2 more points. Somebody had a big swing in there. That was a WWE block. Suarez coast to coast, and he's going to go to the line with 56.7. Could we say 100's not in the cards, Bob?
Jay, make these 2. I still think it's in the cards.
I'm talking about the Shaw cards.
Oh. No, I kind of like their squad. In fact, they're better than I thought they'd be. I could just imagine them. You talked about Kevin Mackey in the first half, or mentioned Kevin.
Yep.
I mean, I could just see this team adopting that kind of defensive mentality in the full court.
It'll be fun to go down there in January and see how much they've gotten better.
And if they played that way.
It's 2 for Suarez from the line. 96-70. Nice jump stop. Bank, no. Thomas a rebound. Out to Manning. Manning to the hoop. Lays it up and in.
42 seconds.
98-70.
Joe Bach needs 2 points.
Well, they're going to get a shot. Now they're all lobbying Coach Rossitano right now. Let him go. Ooh, whistle. Devontae Jackson with a blocked shot with 31 seconds to go. I'm sure his teammates would have rather seen that go up.
Joe wants to see triple digits.
Oh, there it was. 3-ball, front rim. Devontae Jackson had it knocked away. It'll be Lorain's ball with 25 seconds left. Now the vote is 5-1 on the bench. The 5 starters are up.
They want to see it.
And, well, not Bennigan's not. The other, Suarez brings it ahead. Suarez on a run.
22 seconds.
Suarez bounced
Here
past Aiden Brown. Missed the dunk and it went in.
Oh, my Lord.
Aiden Brown off the rim for the dunk, and it's 100.
It was meant to be.
Down the lane, and there's a foul with 7.5 seconds left. Foul is on Suarez, and that's why you stayed. The kids are up cheering. Bob, before the 3-point shot in the early 60s, at Admiral King, Al McConney ball.
No, you had to see some high scores then.
Oh, my goodness. Sometimes both teams.
Well, I remember playing in the 60s scores in 100.
Yeah, when you had guys like Pat Bieber and Bubbles Harris and, guys that had teams that had 2 and 3 Division I players starting for them.
Back in the 60s, Jay, you could dunk in the warm-ups.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I wasn't one of them, but we had 10 that could. So very impressive.
One of the things I used to love was when it was still just the AA, single A. Admiral King would have the sectional district tournament with 18 teams. So it went on for 3 weeks.
Yep.
I used to love to go and watch the teams warm up to see who could dunk.
It was a show.
Well, and a Merry Christmas to all. 100-70 Lorain High on a 35-point fourth quarter. 170 Shaw. So Titans on quarters of 13, 25, 27, 35. If we played one more quarter, they'd get to 40, I think, Bob.
I totally agree.
Well, in this one, Lorain started out hot, but then got cold and ended the first quarter on about a 4.5-minute drought. Went from a 13-4 lead to down 16-13. Things reverted to form in the second half, and Lorain got it out to a 12 or a 13-point lead before Shaw scored the last 4, trailed 38-30 at the half. The third quarter was when Lorain started to take over. It was 65-50 at the end on a 27-20 quarter, and more of the same on a 35-20 quarter in the fourth. 100 right on the nose for Lorain, leading the Titans in double figures. Jordan Jackson, 11. Deontay Bennigan, 17. Tavon Pierre-Louis, 20. And Devon Grant with 29. That is some nice balance. 7 for Whitehead. 3 for Devontae Jackson. 2 for Cam Davis. 2 for Suarez. 4 for Aiden Brown. And 5 for Javon Manning. Add it all up and you get triple digits for the Titans. Now, Bob, I see you looking at the schedule.
I am.
Tell me when the Holiday Classic is.
The Holiday Classic starts on the 29th of December. We play Elyria away on the 28th, and the Classic starts on the 29th.
No, that's got to be wrong then, because we play Elyria in the first round of the Classic.
Well, okay,
so
then
it must be 28th
it starts on the 28th, right?
Okay.
And then it finishes up on the 29th.
Finals and consolation are the 29th at Elyria.
Right. And then, just around the corner, I mean, after Maple is St. Vincent, St. Mary.
Akron, St. Vincent, St. LeBron.
Yeah.
And for these guys, it'll be their old buddy Seth Wilson at the point.
Yeah, and they've moved to Division I this year.
Yes, they have. So, always a chance to see them again down the road. But what a fun game tonight, Bob. And, it's a good time to be a Titan, as I always say before we go off the air. 6-0.
Ranked number 1 in Northeast Ohio.
Northeast Ohio in the plain deal. And that's, over teams like St. V and St. Ed's and the usual list of suspects. And it's just a fun team to watch.
It is a fun team to watch. Very good guards. Jay, if you're going to go far, you have to have good guards.
Well,
and we have good guards.
And something else that you say all the time that this team embodies is when your best players share the ball.
That's right.
Everybody shares the ball.
Right.
And, you're led by 2 senior stars in Pierre-Louis and Grant, who had 49 together tonight, but they share the ball.
Yep, they do. They do. I'm looking forward, though. We didn't see what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to play against a team that can handle their heat.
Right.
Get in a half-court, establish themselves in the half-court defensively.
And that may be
I'm anxious
St.
to see, and that could be St. V's, how we react to that, because we certainly didn't see it here tonight.
Well, it's been a great night and a great early preseason here as we close out the home schedule in December with a 100-70 victory over the Shaw Cardinals. And for the executive producer, the king of all things technological, Joe Bach. For my partner, Bob Baraskich, this is Jay Ferguson reminding everybody it is a great time to be a Titan.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.